everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, specifically the 4xe, which is an all-new plug-in hybrid model. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. We've got a lot to cover, so without further ado, let's get started. For 2022, the Jeep Grand Cherokee enters its 5th generation in a bold way. The all-new architecture boasts greater flexibility through diversification. For the first time, you have the option of standard or long wheelbase versions. The latter, known as the Grand Cherokee L, has a 5-inch longer wheelbase and is 11.4 inches longer overall. It also adds a third-row seat, expanding cargo room and the ability to carry up to 7 passengers versus 5 passengers with the standard wheelbase. The other big news for the 5th-generation Grand Cherokee is that it's the first to offer a plug-in hybrid powertrain. Known as the 4xe, it combines a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors and a 400-volt battery pack. The best combination of fuel economy is achieved through taking advantage of the hybrid system, which is rated at an equivalent of 57 miles per gallon. Being a plug-in hybrid, the 4xe can also be run in electric-only mode for about 25 miles on a full charge. This is especially nice for quick trips around town. The 4xe was engineered to offer superior efficiency without sacrificing capability, especially when it comes to off-roading. The biggest drawback to the 4xe is that it's currently only offered with the standard length wheelbase. There are 5 trim levels to choose from, with pricing ranging between $58,095 and $74,695. In addition to the entry model, you have the off-road focused Trailhawk, the Overland, Summit, and Summit Reserve. While some non-hybrid Grand Cherokees are offered with either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, the 4xe is 4-wheel drive only. The example we're looking at today is an Overland, which starts at $65,760. There's a lot of options available for these, and this one is very well equipped with an as-tested price of $75,305. The Grand Cherokee's overall shape is familiar, but the styling has been modernized to offer a more sculpted silhouette that gives off a premium vibe with notably improved fit and finish. The roofline is lower and more tapered than before to improve the vehicle's aerodynamic performance and fuel efficiency without sacrificing cargo space and utility. In fact, passenger volume and cargo space are both increased for 2022. The lowered beltline and expansive glass allows more light into the cabin and increases outward visibility. A dual-pane panoramic sunroof is optional on the Trailhawk and standard on the rest of the 4xe's. Up front, there's a wider and larger version of the Grand Cherokee's iconic 7-slot grille and a new front fascia that conceals a long-range radar and other advanced technology features. An elongated, level-set hood and a bold head-first stance deliver visual strength. Additional aerodynamic improvements include new active grille shutters, front wheel spats, front air curtains, a hood arrow flick, rear vertical pillar spoilers, and of course the lowered roofline. The gloss black roof is optional on the Overland and comes standard on the Trailhawk, Summit, and Summit Reserve. The easiest way to tell a 4xe apart from a regular Grand Cherokee, aside from the charge port in the driver's side fender, is the unique blue color seen on the tow hooks, if equipped, as well as blue accented emblems. Overlands are typically equipped with 20-inch cast aluminum wheels with machined faces and black painted pockets. This example is equipped with the optional off-road group, which includes unique 18-inch wheels and Kevlar-reinforced Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 265/60s to be specific. The off-road group also includes a 230mm rear axle, an electronic limited slip rear differential, additional underbody skid plates, and trail-rated fender badging. All Grand Cherokees are equipped with 4-wheel internally ventilated disc brakes that provide good pedal feel and plenty of stopping power. They're electrically boosted with twin-piston calipers in front and single-piston calipers in the rear. An electronic parking brake is standard. The 4xe is also able to take advantage of a regenerative braking system, which uses the electric motors to provide augmented braking of up to 0.25 G, even with 4-wheel drive engaged. The system is also able to capture additional energy that would otherwise be wasted. The energy is converted to electricity and fed to the battery pack to maintain or increase the state of charge. A driver's selectable Max Regen feature deploys more assertive regenerative braking when the vehicle sees zero throttle input from the driver, such as when coasting. While Max Regen won't bring the Grand Cherokee to a full stop, it can slow it faster than the standard regenerative braking and generate more electricity for the battery pack. This example also features the available Quadra-Lift air suspension, which now features electronic semi-active damping. It delivers up to 11.3 inches of ground clearance and up to 24 inches of water fording ability. Naturally, the 4xe's high voltage electronics are sealed and waterproof. The air suspension automatically adjusts the shock tuning to changing road conditions for enhanced comfort, stability, and control. It can also be controlled manually via a toggle switch in the center console. There's 5 height settings, including entry-exit, aero, normal, off-road 1, and off-road 2. This example had spectacular road manners. It was quiet, smooth, and had respectable handling for a larger SUV. The suspension design as a whole includes multi-link setups in the front and rear that benefit from all aluminum construction for reduced unsprung weight. The Grand Cherokee's track is also wider than before to improve handling and maneuverability. It delivers the proper road manners you'd expect out of a luxury SUV: quiet, isolated, and comfortable. The best part is that it's just as capable off-road as it is as a daily driver. Jeep's Select Terrain Traction Management System lets you choose the on- or off-road settings for optimum 4-wheel drive performance. It electronically coordinates 4-wheel drive torque split, braking and handling, steering and suspension systems, throttle control, transmission shifting, transfer case, traction control, stability control, anti-lock braking, and steering feel. A whole bunch of stuff. And there's 5 modes: auto, sport, rock, snow, and mud/sand. Electric power assisted rack and pinion steering is standard, featuring a 15.6:1 ratio and a turning diameter of 38 feet. It takes 3 turns to go from lock to lock. Another new feature for 4-wheel drive Grand Cherokees is front axle disconnect. If the vehicle senses that road conditions do not require 4-wheel drive, the front axle disconnect will automatically place the Grand Cherokee in 2-wheel drive, reducing drag on the driveline and improving fuel economy. 4-wheel drive automatically re-engages when the vehicle senses it's needed. Like I mentioned earlier, the 4xe is the first plug-in hybrid Grand Cherokee. It combines 2 electric motors, a 400-volt battery pack, a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and an 8-speed automatic transmission. The rest of the Grand Cherokee lineup is available with either a 3.6-liter V6 or a 5.7-liter V8. All in all, the 4xe system delivers a healthy 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, and offers an EPA-rated 25 miles of all-electric range. When running in hybrid mode, the 4xe returns an equivalent of 57 miles per gallon and has a total range of more than 440 miles. If using gas only, you can expect around 23 miles per gallon. That being said, there are 3 modes you can switch between to tailor the hybrid powertrain to best suit each trip, whether it be commuting, off-roading, or long-distance travel. Via the buttons to the left of the steering wheel, you have hybrid, electric, and e-save modes. Hybrid mode blends torque from the electric motor and engine to optimize power and deliver the best combination of fuel efficiency and performance. Electric mode operates on zero-emission electric-only power until the battery reaches the minimum state of charge or the driver requests more torque, such as wide-open throttle acceleration, which automatically engages the engine. E-save mode prioritizes the engine to save either an existing battery charge for later use or help charge the battery. Within the Uconnect 5 Infotainment System, you have a suite of hybrid electric pages, where you can choose between battery save and battery charge during e-save mode. The hybrid electric pages also allow you to monitor power flow, see the impact of regenerative braking, schedule charging times to take advantage of lower electric rates, and view your driving history with a detail of electric and gasoline usage. Regardless of the mode selected, the 4xe operates as a hybrid once the battery nears its minimum state of charge. The engine itself is constructed with an aluminum block and an aluminum cylinder head. It also utilizes chain-driven double overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder, a 10-to-1 compression ratio, direct fuel injection, and a twin-scroll low-inertia turbocharger that's mounted directly to the cylinder head. Electric power steering and an electrically driven air conditioning compressor further improve efficiency by removing those loads from the engine. A high-voltage, liquid-cooled motor generator unit is used instead of a conventional alternator. It's connected to the crankshaft by a belt and spins the engine for nearly seamless, fuel-saving start-stop operation, while also generating electricity for the battery pack. A larger, high-voltage motor generator is mounted in the transmission and replaces a conventional torque converter. 2 clutches manage power and torque from the electric motor and the engine. 1 clutch is mounted between the engine and the electric motor. When the system operates in electric-only mode, this clutch is open so there's no mechanical linkage between the engine and the electric motor. When the clutch is closed, the combined torque from the engine and the electric motor flow through the transmission. A variable clutch mounted behind the electric motor manages engagement with the transmission to improve drivability and efficiency. The transmission is operated by an aluminum and knurled twist dial in the center console. There's even a set of buttons on the back of the steering wheel that can be used to manually select gears or change speed when using hill descent control. The battery units are mounted underneath the floor and are protected by a series of skid plates. The 400-volt 17 kilowatt-hour system includes a dedicated heating and cooling system to keep the battery at its optimum temperature for best performance. Cooling comes from a chiller unit that uses the Grand Cherokee's air conditioning refrigerant to reduce coolant temperatures as needed. The charge port is beneath a push open and close cover on the left front fender for convenient nose-in parking at charging locations. LED indicators on top of the instrument panel make it easy to check battery state of charge at a glance during charging. When it comes to off-road equipment, the new Grand Cherokee offers 3 4x4 systems: Quadra Track 1, Quadra Track 2, and Quadra Drive 2 with rear electronic limited slip differential. The 4xE's Quadra Track 2 4x4 system offers a 2-speed transfer case, a 2.72-to-1 low-range gear ratio, and a 47.4-to-1 crawl ratio. With the 5.7-liter V8, the Grand Cherokee can tow up to 7,200 pounds, whereas the 4xE can tow up to 6,000 pounds. One of my favorite features is the off-road pages within the Uconnect 5 Infotainment System, which allows you to take a look at vehicle dynamics, a plethora of accessory gauges, vehicle pitch and roll, the select terrain management system, and more. The Grand Cherokee's luxurious, next-generation interior has evolved to feature handcrafted materials and modern amenities. There's plenty of leather and soft-touch panels that coddle you as a luxury SUV should. Honestly, the Overland will be more than enough for most folks, but if you're wanting to go over the top, the Summit or Summit Reserve will definitely deliver with a plethora of unique accents and even higher quality materials. The dashboard features new slim HVAC vents, a realigned center stack for greater driver accessibility, and two 10.1-inch screens, one for the digital instrument cluster and one for the touchscreen radio. One of the newest optional features is a 10.25-inch front passenger interactive display that offers co-pilot assistance with navigation, camera viewing, and even visual entertainment. There's an incredible amount of high-tech features packed into the new Grand Cherokee, which takes some time to get used to, especially when it comes to navigating the various screens. The new 16-way adjustable front seats have 4-way power lumbar and independent memory settings. The steering wheel is power adjustable for tilt and reach. The new seat architecture features adjustable length cushions for additional thigh support. On the Overland, the seats are wrapped in super soft, perforated Napa leather with accent piping and satin silver trim accents. They're very comfortable. With higher spec option packages like what's equipped on this example, you get seat back massaging. There's 5 massage programs to choose from with 3 levels of intensity. I was very impressed by how well they worked, especially in the lumbar region. It had me wanting to take drives just so I could de-stress and relax after a long day's work. Heated front seats and a heated steering wheel are standard on the 4xe. Ventilated front seats are available. The center console layout has updated switches and more storage space. A new, state-of-the-art Macintosh audio system is available and features 19 custom-designed speakers, including a 10-inch subwoofer, 950 watts of power, and a 17-channel amplifier. The Jeep brand is currently the only automotive manufacturer that carries this brand of sound system. It's awesome to say the least. Along with that, the all-new Uconnect 5 Infotainment System packs a lot of features, but it still remains as intuitive as Uconnect systems of the past. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and you have the ability to connect 2 Bluetooth-enabled phones simultaneously. A built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot allows up to 8 devices to connect simultaneously. The infotainment system is broken down into 7 basic categories, including home, media, comfort, navigation, smartphone projection via wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, vehicle status, and applications. You could shoot a whole video on how to use this system, but in short, it's the central hub for everything, for which the majority is customizable in one way or another. Lastly, an all-new premium full suite of customizable LED lighting with daytime-nighttime settings is standard on all trim levels for the first time. True ambient lighting with 5-color selection is available on the Overland, Summit, and Summit Reserve. The digital instrument cluster contains everything from basic vehicle vitals to 4-wheel drive status, ride height, multimedia, current drive mode, and off-road information. I particularly like the full-width navigation display and the available night vision camera. On the 4xe, you have all of the essential hybrid information on display too, including current charge, electric range and total mileage, power used versus charge, hybrid status, energy regeneration status, and more. The controls on the left side of the steering wheel are used to scroll through the various menus and customizable settings. The other steering wheel controls include hands-free telephone, adaptive cruise control, and lane keeping assist. The radio controls are on the back side of the upper spokes. With regards to safety, the Grand Cherokee is loaded with an array of more than 110 advanced safety and security features, including overhead SOS emergency controls, a driver's side inflatable knee bolster, and a plethora of standard driver assistance technologies across the entire lineup. Additional available safety features include active drive and assist, the night vision camera with pedestrian and animal detection, intersection collision alert, drowsy driver detection, traffic sign recognition, a 360-degree surround view camera system with front and rear camera washers, a digital rear view mirror, a heads-up display, and parallel and perpendicular parking assist. With regards to storage, the Grand Cherokee has plenty of it. The center console, for example, has a 2-tier storage compartment, illuminated cup holders, and a large forward cubby that contains a wireless phone charger, USB Type A and Type C ports, an auxiliary port, an HDMI port, and a 12-volt power outlet. The locking glove box opens softly, and it's lined in felt. There's also large door pockets with additional cup holders. The Grand Cherokee's luxury appointments are not lost on the rear passengers. There's ample leather and soft touch appointments, not to mention independent climate controls and adjustable seats for even greater comfort. Automatic windows and independent lock and unlock controls on each door are a nice touch. This example is also equipped with the available manual window shades, which easily roll up and clip in to block unwanted sun. The open cabin provides plenty of space for seating up to 3 folks in the rear seat without difficulty. Overhead, there's LED lighting, grab handles and coat hooks, and microphones for the hands-free phone system, so all passengers can be heard equally. It's an accommodating rear seat even for taller people. The backrest reclines and the headrest can be adjusted as needed. The seats are soft and supportive. Heated second row seats are standard on the 4xe, while ventilated second row seats are offered on the Summit Reserve. Combine that with the air vents in the rear of the center console as well as the B-pillars, and it's a great place to kick back and relax. In the lower portion of the center console, there's 2 sets of USB charge ports, including Type A and Type C ports. There's even a 115-volt AC outlet. While not equipped on this example, you have the option of a high-definition rear seat entertainment system with Fire TV built in. There's plenty of storage space too, including back seat pockets, lower door pockets, and a fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders. Child seat anchors can be found behind all 3 seating positions. The new Grand Cherokee offers more cargo capacity than the outgoing model, even more so with the Grand Cherokee L. One nice thing about the 4xe is that despite having the additional electrification equipment, it also has the same cargo capacity as any other 2-row Grand Cherokee. All 4xes come standard with a power liftgate, and depending on the trim level, there's a hands-free power foot-activated opening feature, which can be quite helpful if your arms are full. Underneath the cargo floor is a full-size spare tire with removable cubbies for additional storage and a storage bag for the charge cord. 4 cargo tie-down clips can help secure things as needed. Total space behind the seats is 37.7 cubic feet. Fold down the 60-40 split seat and that space nearly doubles to 70.8 cubic feet. It's a wide open space with a nearly flat load floor to accommodate quite a bit of stuff. Overhead LED illumination on the liftgate makes it easier to see at night. There's also a 12-volt power outlet on the left side panel. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the in-depth look at the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. Be sure to stay tuned next time, leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot, and subscribe today if you haven't already because of course there's always a lot more content where that came from. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.